Hey stranger, I'm Sean Paul. I just sold everything I owned, bought a truck, and drove to Alaska. I came here with my dog Gracie, my cat Saoirse, and a dream to create an off-grid sanctuary on 5 acres of Alaskan wilderness. The challenge is, I have zero experience. I'm just a dreamer with a YouTube subscription. I can only imagine the journey ahead. Whoever's watching this, I hope you stick around. And welcome to Gettin Off Grid. Good morning. You want the good news or the bad news first? I think I'll start with the bad news. Bad news is I didn't install these walls correctly, which, if you read the comments last week, was apparent. I was so eager to get these walls up that I really didn't think about my placement that well. The issue I have is my walls are sitting inside of my flooring to where a lot of the OSB is exposed and will eventually start to rot and water will get inside my building, which is definitely not good. Like, one of the worst things that can happen in a building structure is for moisture, and especially a lot of moisture at once, to get into your building. Something I really just wasn't thinking about. So what can I do? You know, like, do I just keep pushing forward, just put walls up and deal with all that moisture issue? I'm at a crossroads right now. Do I take the easy left and just keep pushing, put up walls, and deal with the moisture issues as they come and possibly have a structure that's not going to last a very long time? Or do I take a few steps back, take the hard right, and fix my issues to the best of my abilities right now? Really been thinking about what I should do, and unfortunately, my character tells me I have to take the steps back. And I know a lot of people were like, no, Sean, don't listen, just keep going. And I want you to know that I'm not afraid of criticism. I'm really not. Although it doesn't make me feel good, I think a lot of these people are coming from a good place where they're not criticizing me, they're just pointing out flaws in my work that really need to be remedied. And I can take that. You know, I spent 9 years in the Army. I spent however many years trying to be a comedian and an actor. So rejection and tough skin is in my nature, you know? Like, I've been through the ringer enough to be able to handle people throwing criticism at me. So don't worry about that. If you feel like I can't handle it, that's fine. Trust me, I can take it. I can take anything. I can take any punches you throw at me. A lot of people thought I should put my walls on the outside of my post. And I think on this back wall, I think that's definitely an option, and I think that's something I should do. But on the front wall, I actually don't want to do that. I want to build on the inside of my post on the front because, one, I want to have a little bit of a front porch section where I can stack firewood. And also, aesthetically, I really like the way the front posts look on the outside. But another issue I found, because why not? I don't know why I did this. I put the front wall in front of my insulation. My front wall is currently sitting over no insulation, and there's actually an exposed area. I could go under and just fill that area and call it a day, but I really think I need to adjust the front wall anyways. I'm gonna take both these walls down and fix them. And you're like, Sean, how the heck are you gonna do that? You nailed them in. Well, watch me try. Boom. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. You think I'm scared of this wall? No way. No way. This is gonna be light work. Light work. I'm just trying to hype myself up. I hope this works. First thing we gotta do, if I wanna put this wall all the way to the edge here, I need to double up this rim joist right here because I need more than just 1.5 inches for my wall to sit on. Luckily, I still have one of these 12-foot pressure-treated boards laying around, which is incredible. So, lucky me. Gracie, I love you, but I gotta get right here, okay? I'm sorry, I know you're cozy. You're not gonna like that, okay? Sorry. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm nervous. Nervous for doing this. Don't really have a choice. I thought of all the options I could do. And the best way to seal this up is to move this wall back here. We shall see. Oh, shout out to the person who told me I was swinging the hammer wrong. I knew I wasn't doing it right, but I didn't know I was doing it, I guess, in a dangerous way. I was swinging with my thumb on the back of the hammer like this. And apparently if you do that enough times, you're eventually gonna hit something or it's gonna rebound and it can tear a ligament in your thumb. And that's what he did. So instead of holding a hammer like this, which is comfortable and feels natural, try to hold it like this. Best case scenario is I can just pull this out and all the nails will come out with it. I can pop them out and save the bottom plate. Worst case scenario, that doesn't happen. Here we go. Oh, geez. You know what? I love it. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Thanks for watching, guys. It's kind of like a Murphy bed, but a Murphy wall instead. I think it's working. That board over there is in the way. Can I go back up? Probably not. Probably not. Crap. Oh, this feels great on my leg. Okay. That's fine. It's not that heavy. It's not that heavy. Now I just gotta get back up. Okay. Whew. Okay, now that I got all the nails out, I have to figure out how to get this on the other side of those posts. I think it would be relatively easy to just slide it out towards me and then just slide it back in that way. This extra lip up here, I want to be on the bottom so that it overlaps this edge right here, kind of creating a drip edge to protect this OSB even more. So that means I have to not only pull it out, but I have to flip it. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna do it. What do you think, Gracie? Okay, this is too tall. Oh, why didn't I think of that? It's too tall to fit in the back. Oh, let's see what we can do. All right, so my wall is 70 1/4. I have an idea. It's gonna be a lot of work. I cut this to 71 inches, which is 3/4 of an inch taller than this wall. Reason I did that is because I want a little room to play with. I can get the wall in here, and then I can just shim the top with 3/4 inch plywood, if it comes to that. But this is going to give me a consistent, or at least somewhat consistent, measurement to the top, so I know where to cut to make this fit. This is a lot of MacGyvering to figure this out. Okay, got a little chunks of wood in my throat for some reason, but I got all the cuts done. I'll be honest, they're not the prettiest cuts, but I don't really need them to be pretty. I just need my wall to fit through here. Will it work? I don't know. We're about to find out. I'm actually gonna need to turn it all the way this way. Can y'all believe I'm doing this? You probably can, because I'm crazy. Come on. I probably should have set it down. This is not going to be fun. What can I do to make my life easier? Maybe do things right the first time. That's a thought. I'll keep that in mind next time. Oh man. I'm about to just cut this thing in half. Oh. Come on. No. Stay. I need a brace on the other side too. Oh. inch matters. Come towards me. Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh. I got it in. I got it in. Come on. Yes. Okay, little hiccup. That's fine. Oh my gosh. Yes! Come on. Come on. We got this. Yes! Yes! Mm. Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? I did it. Look at that. Look. That's down there. That's flush up there. It's tucked behind the wall. Never doubted it for a second. I gave myself a little more room than I needed because I just wanted to make sure I could get that thing in there. The great thing is it sits up flush behind that thing. I mean, once we screw it in, it'll be flush and it goes all the way down. This was the top of the wall. And I flipped it upside down so that we could have a little bit of a lip coming down over this. I can't believe it, y'all. We got this wall where we wanted it. And if I did something wrong this time, I don't even care. It's staying where it's at. Time to knock out this side. This one, it is bigger, but relatively the same process. And now I have too many paws here. Too many paws. This is a danger zone, guys. You guys got to get out of here. I don't make the rules. You got to go. It's too dangerous. No, I know you want to help. I can't let you, Gracie. You don't have thumbs. Go. You can stay there, okay? Stay. You know, what really sucks is I was so happy putting this wall up. Now I gotta bring it back down. No! I'm just doing that for the thumbnail. Okay, there it is. Boom. Worked like a charm. Okay, so we got a little issue that I'm hoping doesn't turn into a big problem. This is the door frame. And this piece right here is no longer attached. It didn't break like that with me moving it. Unfortunately, before I even started taking nails out of things, I was debating just chopping the floor plate into just a little bunch of little pieces and then taking it down. I made one cut right there pretty deep and stopped, and I was like, you know what, let me try to take the nails out first. Well, as I was moving it, it finally snapped. I don't think it's a huge issue because I still have the top plate, but I think it's gonna make sliding this thing into place really hard. A lot harder than if it did have the middle piece. So I'm gonna try to nail it back together. I have chalk line. Somebody in the comments said, a really awesome idea. If you don't have chalk line, just take string line, get some charcoal, and rub your string line in charcoal, and now you got a chalk line. That's genius. And I love that this rolls up like a little fishing line. Oh, I got a big one, boys! Haha! Destruction! Okay, this is what we're working with. And now I just gotta put up my block, and that's where my wall's gonna sit. Oh my gosh, it snowed last night. Just kidding, it didn't snow. But it did get frosty. If you're from Florida, that's the closest we ever get to snow. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell. The ground is frozen. Look at my solar panels. I woke up to a balmy 30 degrees this morning. It's getting to the point every morning when I wake up, I poke my head out of my sleeping bag and it's just, and I feel like the White Walker ice dragon from Game of Thrones. Just, I love it. It's great. I can't feel my fingers right now. I've been letting a propane heater run at night. Mostly for Saoirse and Gracie. I'm super warm in my sleeping bag, but my fire usually goes out, and this tent stove is not the best. You have to put wood in it like every hour, so that's just not feasible for me to do at night right now. This big propane bottle has lasted me over a month. I don't know if that's a long time, but it felt like a good use for me. It takes about, I think it took $90 to fill it up, and I used it almost every night. 90 bucks a month to stay warm. I'll take that right now. Until I can get a better wood stove. We're gonna go refill that today. I just came back in the tent to get ready to go. And I grabbed my water, took a swig of it, and look at the inside of it. Are you kidding me? Now I think other things are frozen. What else is frozen in here? Ah! Am I frozen in time? Bananas. Still kind of soft, a little firm. Little grape tomatoes. Very cold. Oh my gosh. Gracie, are you frozen? Saoirse. Saoirse. Are you frozen? Gracie girl. So I ended up taking the rest of the day off yesterday. I went into town to do the supply run, and then while I was in town, I was like, you know, I got Gracie with me and it's a beautiful day, so let me go down to the river and, you know, see how it is. And it was, man, it was beautiful. It's been a while since me and Gracie went hiking on a trail because I've just been here mostly. That's one of my favorite things in the world to do. I absolutely love getting lost on a trail I've never been on before, even a trail I've been on with Gracie, because there's nothing she loves more than exploring, and that's why she's the perfect dog for me, because anytime I want to go on a trail, she's so down. We're back at it again today. Oh, that reminds me, the reason why we stopped working is because I wanted to find some kind of seal for the bottom of the wall. Well, I went into the hardware store. I went in for butyl tape. I thought butyl tape is what I was gonna need, but they didn't have any. But what they did give me was this stuff. It's a Pro Pink Comfort Seal. Basically, it's just a foam. And what it does is it just kind of fills the gaps, prevents water from coming up under your wall. And a lot of people in the comments were saying that's the issue I was gonna have a lot. I think I definitely mitigated that issue a lot by moving my walls and cutting the subfloor so snow and water won't sit on top of it. But I think this is an extra layer that will kind of make me feel better and hopefully keep water out. Look at this. This wall just slides, bro. This is awesome. You know what? What if I didn't screw this down? Like, maybe what if I put like a couple screws in it? And then like during the summer, I'm like, oh man, I need to open up a window. No, you know what? Let me just open up the wall and just slide the wall open. It's not a crazy idea. No, that's a crazy idea. But I mean, look how cool this is. I know like structurally that's not great, but I mean, come on. Come on. This is what I call an open floor concept right here. It opens up right to the bathroom. Heave! Ho! Heave! Ho! Who needs a gym when you can build a cabin? Nice. Okay, this was already worth it. I bet that's gonna help a lot. This is a prime example of why there's an order of operations the way you do things. Or at least should do them. Sick. I just wanted to take a second to thank everybody who let me know that my walls were definitely not installed right. I know people could see that as people being really critical of me, which some people probably are, and that's okay. But I think a lot of people just want to see me succeed. I want to take a moment to say I really appreciate the people who have the knowledge and experience and who can articulate that, because that's a skill. To be able to articulate any kind of knowledge that is palpable for the general public and not just, people who know and understand the lingo, to be able to convey that to someone like me who's a novice is a really awesome skill, and I really appreciate that because you guys help me out a lot. As much as I love the encouragement and I need that from people who are just awesome and super supportive, I do also need people to tell me, hey, this is how it is, and I think you can have both. I think there's definitely room for both. So thanks for the encouragement and thanks for the knowledge. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Doom, 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 doom. Excuse me. Oh, by the way, I'm super stoked. I found this sweater in my bin. This is a sweater from one of my all-time favorite bands, The Wonder Years, as you can see here. If you don't know who The Wonder Years are, that's okay. I wouldn't say they're a niche band. You would have to be a fan of pop punk music to know who they are. They're well known in that scene, but if you're not in that scene, then you wouldn't have any idea who they are. I recommend you look them up though. Kind of sad music for the most part, but for me, it's super inspirational. I wish I could play their music on my channel, but I ain't got that kind of money. We got our seal, which goes under there, and this is in place so I know how far up the wall should go. Hopefully it'll block it from going too far that way. Be one with the wall. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Wait, what? No. What? How? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué, wall? Oh my gosh. I didn't go too far back, did I? Man, I really need 2 hands. It's gotta fit. It's got to. I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good one. Okay. Oh, you're so big. Well, well, well. Just when I thought it was gonna be easy. I'm gonna put this up on this lip. Let's try that. Come up here. Yep, I love lifting this. Oh. Oh. Don't do this to me. Coming back down. Take it off. Take the board off. Oh, 3rd time's the charm, baby. 3rd time's the charm. Come on, come on. Yes. I'm not gonna lie. It's not as great the 2nd time. You know? I don't know if anything could beat the high of putting this thing up for the 1st time. But I'm glad it's here. There's no one like your first. It's off of the platform. At least not on the subfloor. Oh, geez. Chill. Chill, wall. Come on, wall. You can do this. I can do this. We can do this. This can be a mutual, symbiotic relationship where I lift you, you're easy to lift, and you go where I want you to. Thanks. Oh. Ow, my freaking finger. Don't put your fingers under walls. Whoa, whoa, chill, chill, wall. Yes. We got the front wall on the edge of the floor. Yes! Yes! We're back where we started, baby. Cha-ching! Boop, 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 boop. I actually already measured these, and this side is 9 feet 5 inches, and that side over there is 9 feet 1 inch, which makes sense because when I measured this floor, when I was doing these floor joists, this side was 4 inches longer than that side. I could have made the wall come closer this way so it would be the same length on both sides. The reason why I didn't do that is because I wanted this wall to sit on a floor joist all the way across, and the only way for it to do that is for it to be at this slight angle. I don't really care. You don't really notice it on the outside or on the inside unless you're really staring at it. And, you know, who's gonna know? Squares are overrated anyways. Who wants to be a square? Not me. Wouldn't that be wild if I just did that? I would never. I would never. I just woke up and been doing a lot of yelling. I like to get my day started with yelling, which is why I moved out here in the middle of the woods. I can just be like, Stella! I think I'm gonna frame this wall today. Now that we're back to where we started, much better than we were before. Saoirse's out here. You want to say hey? Saoirse Bear. What are you doing? Whoa, big jump. A lot of people commented on how she is looking better now. And she really is. She still has a slight limp, but really you can only tell if you're like staring at her for a long time. I think sometimes after a long day, it's just kind of sore. But for the most part, she's rocking and rolling, and I couldn't be happier. Okay, back at that point where I don't know what I'm doing and I'm scared to start. So instead of framing the wall on the ground and standing it up here, that's not really gonna work. There's a technique I saw on a Bush Radical video, and if you don't know who Bush Radical is, you should definitely check him out. But I was watching one of his videos, Dave Whipple, and the way he frames walls on the outside, I was like, I could probably do that on my makeshift home. So I'm gonna try. Oh, we split our shim. Well, folks, looks like we've come to an impasse. I'd love to keep going. I'd love to finish framing in this window and sheet it and start framing that other side, but ran out of time this week. Also, ran out of screws and nails. Probably because I tore out half the box by moving these walls. But honestly, I'm super glad I moved these walls. It was hard, and yeah, I had to go backwards and set myself back a little bit, but I'm learning. This is a learning build for me, so I don't care if I mess up, you know? I don't care if I accidentally put the jack stud 1.5 inches too far over, so then I have to add another king stud and have a giant block in my wall, or, you know, or if I have to remove an entire wall and then put it back in, you know? I'm having fun learning this stuff, so yeah, I'm feeling really good about this now. I'm feeling like it's gonna be more watertight. It's gonna be sleek, it's gonna be tied together, it's gonna be sturdy. And we're just gonna keep adding things, gonna keep chugging along. This was an awesome week. I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed doing it. I think the last thing that this video needs is a dance break.